Welcome to FoodChain. Hi, my name is Leandra Foreman. I am the operations manager at FoodChain. I've actually worked here for 6 years, and I started out as the farm manager. I went to Berea College to study agriculture and learned about all the different ways that we grow food. I got passionate about helping teach others about growing food and how to access food, even if you live in the middle of a city and you're not close to any farms at all. That's why I love working at FoodChain and forging links between my community and fresh food so that more people have access to the freshest, yummiest food out there. We are a small nonprofit located in the heart of downtown Lexington in a building called the Bread Box that used to be the Rainbow Bread Factory. As a nonprofit, we wanted to create something to forge links between our community and fresh food using demonstration of sustainable food systems. FoodChain is an indoor aquaponics farm. In an aquaponics farm, we grow fish and plants. Our aquaponics farm is entirely indoors. That allows us to grow year-round. All winter long, our fish and our plants are lit by lights, are heated in our space, and stay nice and warm so that we have fresh greens and produce for the winter months as well as the summer. In our system, we have 6 big tanks full of fish. Those fish swim around every day in the water. But what are they doing while they're swimming around in the water? One of the things they're doing is eating, but another thing is that they are pooping. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to have to swim around in my poop all day. So what we do here is we actually filter all of that poo out. The water goes through our clarifiers where the solid waste, poo, gets taken out of the water. That gets removed from the system. However, then the water has to travel down into our scrubby tanks. So our scrubby tanks are where we utilize dish scrubbies, the same kind of dish scrubby that you might have at home for your dishes. However, in our system, it serves a special purpose of creating surface area on there for our beneficial bacteria. And what those beneficial bacteria do is they take the fish poo waste and they turn it into plant food. This waste comes out and it's called ammonia. And ammonia is poisonous for fish and it's not very good for plant food. However, these beneficial bacteria are able to take that ammonia and turn it into nitrate. And nitrates are exactly what plants want to eat. Those plants use the nitrate to grow new leaves, to grow their roots, and to be nice and green and beautiful. That means that as our water is flowing through this system, the plants are growing bigger and bigger, and the water is getting cleaner and cleaner. It then settles down in our sump tank and then is able to be pumped back up to the fish. So they're getting fresh, clean water every single time the pump pumps that water all the way up through our pipes. This water is circulating all the time, imitating a natural system like a river or a creek. And that keeps it nice and clean so that the fish are happy, the plants are happy, and we're able to grow food in a space all year round without having to worry about winter seasons shutting us down. The fish we grow are called tilapia. Tilapia are a special fish that are freshwater, so they don't grow in oceans. They like rivers and streams. The original tilapia come from a country called Egypt and a river called the Nile that's on the continent of Africa. That means they also like really, really warm temperatures because it's hot there. So our tilapia have to stay in very warm water, which means that our farm is warm all year round. Tilapia are super special also because they actually like to live in groups, which is why they do really well in tanks, as opposed to fish who might not like to live close together with other fish. The great thing about tilapia is also when we grow them up really big and harvest them, they taste really good and lots of people like to eat them. And that's why we grow them in our system, is because they are really good for making dinner as well as nourishing our plants and producing the poo that makes our plant food. This is our tilapia tank. When we feed them, they like to come up, say hi, and give us a little splash. This tank here is separate from our plants and our tilapia tanks because it's growing marine shrimp. Marine shrimp actually grow in salt water like the ocean, not in the river freshwater like the tilapia. Our shrimp in this system are teeny tiny, especially when you compare them to our big tilapia. However, they will also grow up to be big and yummy and utilized in recipes by families such as pastas or in Chef Agnes's Puerto Rican camarones guisados. Shrimp don't flop around as much as tilapia do. However, they jump like they've got springs for legs. They're kind of like the ocean bugs. Here in our system, our plants don't grow in soil at all. They are just hanging out in the water all day long. However, the leaves stay up top, and the leaves are where the plant collects the sunlight. However, in our system, they're not getting sunlight. They're actually getting their light from electric lights. And that's what turns their leaves nice and green, is all of that light that allows them to photosynthesize. I don't know if you guys have heard it before, but that's how plants eat, is through absorbing light in their leaves. Now, how do plants breathe? Did you know that plants breathe? Plants need oxygen just like we do. So do the fish. However, unlike us, they're able to get their oxygen from water. What does that mean? That means we got to put lots and lots and lots of bubbles in our system. I don't know if you've seen it, but when you look at the water in our system, it's bubbling all the time. That bubbling allows oxygen to enter into the water, and the plants use their roots to breathe. How do you breathe? The oxygen in the water, as well as all of those dissolved nutrients, are super yummy and allow our lettuces to grow big and strong and dark green. Here we are harvesting those lettuce leaves that are going to get sold to the next door restaurant called Smithtown Seafood. They're going to use that in lettuces, on sandwiches, on burgers, and to make yummy, yummy salads for everyone to eat. Lettuce isn't the only thing we grow in our system. We also grow herbs like basil. Basil is a yummy, yummy herb that grows big and strong in our system. We can use it in things like spaghetti sauce as well as pesto and salads. We grow microgreens. These are tiny little plants that we sprout just from the seeds and are harvested and chefs use in fancy restaurants to make dinners that people come and pay lots of money for. Some of the other items we grow in our farm are things like green onions that we're able to actually sprout from the green onions we use in our kitchen when we make meals. We also grow what we call hardy greens. These are things like kale and collard greens that you cook down instead of the lettuce, which we eat fresh. One of the great things about aquaponics is that it can be as big as a big 7,000 gallon system like ours, or it can be teeny tiny and sit on your counter at home. All it's doing is allowing fish to do their natural thing while the plants do their natural thing. Add a little oxygen, add a little light, and you've got food.